When you imagine a desert, you're probably picturing scorching heat, endless sand dunes, perhaps some scattered cacti, and a horizon shimmering in the relentless sun. But what if we told you that the world's largest desert is actually in the coldest place on our planet? Yes, you heard it right. We're talking about the southernmost part of Earth, Antarctica. This icy landscape might seem like the last place you'd expect to find a desert. It's a world of blistering cold, home to a range of creatures from emperor penguins to Weddell seals. But the size of a desert isn't determined by temperature or the presence of sand, but by the amount of rainfall it receives. By this standard, Antarctica is the biggest desert on Earth. It's an area that receives less than 250 millimeters, or about 10 inches, of precipitation each year. And while it's true that Antarctica is covered in ice, it's drier than famous deserts you might think of, like the Sahara, the Gobi, or the Kalahari. Most of Antarctica is a polar desert. It receives very little snowfall throughout the year. In the deep interior regions, there's an average of only about 2 inches of annual precipitation. This precipitation doesn't come down as the kind of heavy snow you'd associate with a snow day. Instead, it falls as a fine, soft snow, almost like a delicate dusting. This snow doesn't just disappear or melt away. Over centuries, even millennia, it slowly accumulates. The weight of the snow compresses the layers below, creating vast ice sheets that cover more than 98% of Antarctica. This makes Antarctica the largest reservoir of fresh water on our planet. But despite the ice, there's very little liquid water available in Antarctica. The conditions are so cold that the snow rarely melts, and the water doesn't evaporate back into the atmosphere. This makes the environment incredibly arid, just like a traditional desert. In these harsh and inhospitable conditions, only the hardiest creatures can survive. A few species of birds, some types of seals, and of course, the famous penguins all make their home in Antarctica. But even in this freezing desert, life finds a way. Tiny organisms like lichens, fungi, and bacteria have all adapted to survive in this extreme environment. Understanding Antarctica as a desert helps us to appreciate the true diversity of our planet's ecosystems. It shows us that life can adapt to a vast range of conditions, from the searing heat of the Sahara to the freezing cold of the Antarctic. So, there you have it. The world's largest desert isn't a place of heat and sand, but a world of ice and snow. It's a place where the precipitation is so rare it's often measured in millimeters. Where the silence is so profound it feels like the world is holding its breath. This is Antarctica, the coldest, windiest, driest, and most isolated desert on Earth. As we continue to explore our planet and the wonders it holds, let's remember this icy desert at the South Pole. Let's remember that deserts come in all shapes and sizes, from sandy plains to icy expanses. And let's remember the importance of continuing to explore, discover, and protect the remarkable diversity of our planet. The Southern Ocean surrounding Antarctica is also teeming with life. Here, massive blooms of phytoplankton form the basis of a rich marine food web. These tiny plants, adrift in the icy waters, are a crucial food source for krill. In turn, krill are the primary food for many of the larger animals in Antarctica, from fish to penguins, seals, and even whales. The ebb and flow of life in the Southern Ocean are intricately tied to the rhythm of the sea ice, showcasing a delicate balance of life at the edge of the world. Antarctica is also a hub for scientific research. The continent's extreme conditions and isolation make it a unique laboratory for studying everything from climate change to astrobiology. For instance, the ancient ice in Antarctica holds invaluable clues about Earth's past climate. By drilling ice cores, scientists can access air bubbles trapped thousands of years ago, offering a direct snapshot of past atmospheric conditions. Moreover, Antarctica's isolation and harsh conditions provide an analog to other planets and moons in our solar system, where life, if it exists, would have to adapt to similarly extreme environments. Researchers often use the continent as a testing ground for space exploration techniques and instruments. Lastly, the clear air and minimal light pollution make Antarctica ideal for astronomical observations. The South Pole Telescope, for instance, is a major tool for observing cosmic microwave background radiation, helping us better understand the universe's origins. So, Antarctica is much more than just an icy desert. It's a dynamic environment where life thrives against the odds. It's a window into our planet's past and potentially its future. And it's a place where we're learning not just about our own world, but about our entire universe. As we continue our exploration of Earth and beyond, let's remember Antarctica, the coldest, windiest, driest, and most isolated desert on Earth. A place of endless ice, resilient life, and groundbreaking research. A place that constantly challenges our understanding of what's possible and inspires us to reach for new heights.